is the perfect RIA, in case you didn't know. Bringing you all the strategies to help your business grow. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Sit back and listen in while you feel the beat, yeah. Another myth bites the dust.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Follow Up Friday. I am your Follow Up Friday host, Matthew Jarvis, and in this episode, we talk about the most important parts of Monday's episode, which is, of course, the action items. And so in this episode, I want to go back and look at Monday's episode to make sure that you drew out the action items, that you drew out the things that you can be implementing in your practice. And of course, my favorite part about this is that these are proven action items. These are not ideas that Micah and I thought of when we were smoking cigars in a hot tub, though that does happen. These are not things that we thought might be cute to do at a mastermind, though those happen as well. These are action items that we've proven in our practice for years, for decades, and even in the present time. And so as you recall on Monday, we talked about drinking soda in your client meetings, which of course is a terrible idea, not because soda is bad for you. It certainly is, but because it does not set you out as an expert. It sets you out as just sort of an average person. And so we want to make sure that during your meetings, especially your virtual meetings, but even your in-person meetings, that everything you're doing is adding to your credibility, is building relationship capital, and not detracting from it. And so our action items from Monday were, number one, to attend next week our webinar, Doubling the Value of Client and Prospect Meetings. This is a power session that's available to all of the listeners of the Perfect RIA Nation. There are now tens of thousands of downloads every month of this great podcast. If you have not RSVP'd already, visit theperfectria.com or send an email to lifestyle@theperfectria. In this webinar, Micah and I will be sharing what exactly we're going to be doing in our client surge meetings just a few weeks from now, the agenda we're using, the handouts we're using, the value adds we're using, and how we do our case prep in 10 minutes, where it takes many advisors as much as 90 minutes to do this. So action item number one, join the webinar, power session, doubling the value of your client and prospect communications, your client and prospect meetings. Quick note, there's this temptation, and people email us all the time. They say, hey, can I listen to a recording of the webinar? But then we go back and look at the statistics, and we realize that no one's really watching the recordings. It's really this thing of like attend it live, or just be honest with yourself that you're not going to attend it. Action item number two. Record and watch. That's the hard part. Record and watch your next couple of client meetings. Now, let me be honest. It's difficult to record in-person client meetings. There's some psychology behind that I don't want to get into right now. It is very easy to record Zoom meetings. Just hit the record button and let clients know, hey, I'm just going to hit record on this so I can go back and double check my notes. Then go back and watch and brace yourself. It is difficult to watch yourself. Even watch it with the sound off or at 2x. And look for what gestures, what mannerisms, what things did you say, what nervous vocal tics do you have? Like whatever it is you're doing that's detracting from the meeting, can you fix those things? Action item number three, which is a core tenet of the Perfect RIA, which is do what works. If you are struggling in client meetings or prospect meetings, let's say you're struggling with the fee conversation. We've got a podcast episode coming in a few weeks on that. Or you're struggling with asking for the business, or you're struggling with initiating the rollover. Whatever it is you're struggling with, find an advisor from whom you can learn. Now, obviously, Mike and I are biased. We think we've got great practices. We do. We think that we can teach you a lot on how this works. If our style is not your style, find someone not who has good ideas about it, but who is actually doing it, who say, wow, if I could have that person's practice, then I would have the life that I want to have. Find them and learn from them. And until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife. The Perfect RIA, the Perfect RIA.